The scheming man left me on the street just to secretly meet my best friend. No matter how hard I begged, he completely ignored me. I ended up falling to the ground, but he never expected that fall would actually knock my brain back to normal. Suddenly, I remembered I used to be a powerful CEO in the business world. In my past life, he and my best friend worked together to frame me and turn me into a fool. They didn't even bother hiding their relationship in front of me. I finally understood. The reason he insisted on marrying me was just to take over the company my mother left behind, to protect myself. I decided to hire a bodyguard, but just as I was about to call the agency, a man came to my door. He wanted to apply to be my personal bodyguard. Not only did I agree to hire him, I even asked him to marry me. The man was stunned on the spot. I felt embarrassed too and was about to walk away, but he suddenly grabbed my hand and said yes. Turns out, he was my childhood sweetheart, but I had left our small town years ago and didn't recognize him anymore. Just like that, we went to the civil office and got married. I gave him a prenup, told him he just needed to play along for 3 months, and I would pay him well. He didn't even read it, just signed his name. Meanwhile, the scheming man was still cuddling with my best friend, unaware that his fiancée had become someone else's wife. Not long after we left the civil office, I suddenly fainted. The man rushed me to the hospital in his arms. In the hallway, he walked right past the scheming man holding my best friend. Luckily, my condition was not serious, but the doctor told him that my brain had once suffered major trauma. He felt deeply guilty, blaming himself for coming back too late. When I woke up, I refused to stay in the hospital because everything there reminded me of my mother. So he brought me back to his presidential suite, only when holding his hand. Could I sleep peacefully? At the same time, the scheming man found out I was gone. He went into a rage. He tracked my phone and showed up at the hotel, but the guard at the door stopped him, told him this was the president's room, and there was no fiancé of his here. Hearing the man's identity, he immediately backed off and apologized, then was escorted away. To get revenge for me, the man sent people to teach the schemer a lesson. Soon after, the schemer was beaten in the parking lot by a group of men in black. The next day, I went home to take back the company my mother left me. I pretended to still be foolish and harmless. The scheming man took out all his anger on me. He dropped the act completely. Every word he said cut deep into my heart. It was in that moment I truly woke up. The mental hospital was always their final goal. His fake tenderness was always just a show. Even the housekeeper kept calling him young master right in front of me and revealed everything. The truth was, the scheming man was my father's real son. I was just the stepdaughter from his second marriage. They had been draining the family's assets for years. All they needed now was to throw me into a mental hospital and take my place. Then I was dragged into a room. A bowl of spoiled porridge was thrown on the floor. They told me to eat it. I took one sniff, nearly threw up. Even the maids couldn't stand the smell, yet they mocked me, saying I wasn't even worthy of rotten food. I was about to explode, but I held back my rage, grabbed the housekeeper's clothes, and screamed like a fool asking for steak. He saw me acting like an idiot, felt relieved, and walked out of the room the moment the door closed. I pulled out